Hi, everyone. This is Career Perspectives, a podcast with me. I'm Evelyn, the new Wright State Lake Campus Career Advisor, and this is my podcast co-host, Taffy. And I'm really excited. First of all, you're probably thinking, why is she the new Lake Campus Career Advisor? Well, I've worked in higher education for over 20 years, 14 of those at Wright State, both at the Dayton and Lake Campus. On top of that, I write for companies and I help them write job descriptions. I've written over 200 articles for employers, attracting new employees to them. So I am so excited to combine my passion of helping students and working with employers and putting that all together. And also, another one of my previous careers was working for the state of Kentucky through the Associated Industries of Kentucky. And I was their program specialist to help students who wanted to go towards the skilled trades. So I'm very passionate about showing students all career paths and helping them, especially at the end of their journey when they're trying to get a job. So now you might be asking, okay, we get it. Why a podcast though? Well, my lovely co-host is going to help demonstrate why this podcast is something we needed to do. Taffy, you're going to play the student, okay? And I'm going to play myself. And I've just came to your classroom and presented about careers, presented about resume tips. Are you ready? Okay, she's ready. So I'm so glad I got to talk to your class. For like an hour and a half, we talked about careers. I told you things that were so important for you to be happy, for you to pay your bills. Do you have any questions for me at all? No? Okay. I bet you don't have questions about that very important long presentation because you were taking very detailed notes. No thumbs? So this is what happens in a typical classroom is when I come in and present, there's not questions and there's no note taking. And although I know so many of you are brilliant at memorizing, this is just so important that I want to make sure that you can access really short, 5-minute or less videos about different career related topics. So when you need them, they're there for you. So we've talked about why me, we've talked about why a podcast. Now I want to talk about how to use this podcast. So I know that most of you, your relationships on campus with staff members, they're going to be developed with your academic advisors because you have to go see them and you have to go set up your schedule every semester. I was one of those academic advisors for well over a decade at Lake Campus. So they're extremely important. And I know that's who you're talking to first. So when you're sitting with one of your academic advisors and you say, I'm really nervous about my interview tomorrow, your advisor is absolutely going to say, hey, go down the hall and talk to Evelyn. She's really nice. She's really excited about helping you. Go talk to her. The odds of even half of you making the trip from your academic advisor or to the librarian to whoever you're comfortable talking to down to me goes down exponentially because you don't already know me. You have to walk to my office. And so I want to make this as easy as possible. When you tell your academic advisor, when you tell a librarian, when you tell whatever staff member you're talking to or a professor who you're talking to, about the fact that, you're nervous about your interview tomorrow, I want them to be able to say, hey, go check out the Career Service Advisors podcast. Look at the one that says interview tips. She's going to motivate you your entire way to the interview. Just hit play. She's going to be excited. She's going to give you tips. She's going to make you feel like you're going to land this job, no problem. I want you to be able to get to me. I want to be as helpful as possible. I want you to be able to reference things when you need them. So for example, if it's Christmas break and you can't get to me and you just found a job and you want to make sure your resume is the best it can be, I want you to be able to go into my podcast section and I want you to be able to find the podcast that's labeled resume tips. And I want you to feel helped by me. I want you to feel motivated by me. So share these podcasts with your family and friends, anyone who's looking for a job or maybe they're helping someone else. Although I work for Wright State Lake Campus, Wright State Lake campus is one of the most amazing places I've ever worked because they want to help everybody. And that's what I want to do too. So that's going to be the end of my intro to myself and why we're even doing this. But check out more podcasts to come. My next one is one of my favorite topics to talk about. So I look forward to seeing you in the future. And if you ever need me, come find me at Wright State Lake campus. Bye, everyone.